Hey, Yakumo.
Hi, Leo.
Welcome to come back to Yakumo and Lee conversation. This is a conversation regarding the idea of being original. And very soon we are going to showcase our products. So please follow through. And today we are going to continue talking about the journey of Yakumo. So as a musician, as a creative person, you have your idea and you have been travel around. This is a part of a journey when you visit Japan. So do you want to continue sharing with us?
Yeah, of course. So, so today we'll probably talk about basic Japanese. Um, so, so wait a minute. Let me share my screen.
Which city are we in right now?
Still Tokyo. Still Kyoto. Sorry, still.
Okay.
Kyoto.
Just to remind the audience. Yeah.
Yeah, because I almost uh um for um those trips I always choose Kansai. So most of my journey was there.
Mhm.
Okay, you see my screen as well?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So I said that maybe we go back to talk about the city central, right? And this place, we have a little conversation about this place. It's called Gion. It's right in the middle of Kyoto, and
Mhm.
it's very popular. It's a very popular location. Um, many tourists. So if you like to go there, you would like to choose the weekday rather than the weekend. So it won't be stuck in the crowd. So yeah, we talk about this. I remember we talk about this restaurant,
Mhm.
Okudan, and the cuisine they do is yu tofu, means soup tofu, and
Mhm.
it's a rather simple cuisine. So if you very foreign to Japanese cuisine, what do you think? What's that? That's only tofu. So what you see is only tofu and the soup around it. Clear.
Mhm.
It doesn't look like that, but in fact, this is kind of um uh can we say luxury? Maybe not really luxury, but quite high-end cuisine in Japan.
Mhm.
Uh, so I haven't tried this one, as I say, I haven't tried this restaurant uh, because it's really popular and probably out of uh, ability to afford. So I didn't try it. I know it's popular. What I try is my hostess in the hotel. She prepare udon uh, my breakfast. So I did try, and it was good. I feel good. Just um, what did I say? It's kind of peaceful food, you know. So it's not complex, but if you're not hurry, you can definitely um, experience the serenity, the peace inside her food. Yeah, it's enjoyable. Yeah. And of course, a lot of tofu really, tofu cuisine there. They are proud of their water, their tofu. So, uh, as I know, there are many other um, many other dishes they can do with tofu.
Yeah,
So,
I have never tried, but yes, it sounds a little bit luxury to me.
so I remember you say that you have this impression in Japanese food that you think that for example, you say ramen, you can you can tell that maybe the ramen is good, but you cannot tell what's different from this store and that store, this restaurant and that restaurant, right?
Mentioned in the um, I think yes, we are talking about the ambiguity in the in terms of identity um, of Japanese cuisine or a general Japanese culture. We are talking about if you comparing the different countries. Yes, Japan is very unique. You see what is happening in Japan and the way they do things. There's a clear identity, but between them, between Japanese people, between what they do, even I don't know, between cities, between companies. I think um, I think there's a kind of for me I found it's difficult to identify who they are, um, and I think I think that's a little bit similarity between I would say general Asian countries, including Japan. Um, like I would like to take example from Taiwan because it's more clear. Taiwan is like if you go through the history, let's say um, art, visual art, martial art. You're talking about whatever specific kind of contribution, um, creative acts through history. You feel like yes, if you look the past, there's the period of time you feel like oh those people are creative. They invented certain style, certain I don't know calligraphy, different way of writing, invention. But until a certain point, it just stop. You feel like okay, what happened after that? And I think that's the reason. I think that's also happening in Japan somehow. That's why if you look at modern, let's say, contemporary artists, there's only few from Japan. Yeah, they are really good when they come out, but they are very few. And whatever invention, you feel like it is almost there's always shadow from in general Western countries. And obvious Japanese people, they can turn it into a Japanese style very well. They do it so well you probably don't even notice. Um, But even the city, design of Japan is from Europe, yeah, like it's basically learned from Europe. And you wonder, like, okay, you go to a ramen restaurant, you go to those nice place, those probably has been existing for a long time. Someone who was creative, who invented something, and then after that, exactly, after that, they just continue preserving it in a way you feel like, okay, so what happening after that? Like,
Yeah, yeah. This is kind of thing is also kind of obstacle that people face, especially in Japan. Lately, I watch drama, Japan drama about city and about people. And in the drama, they also talk about should we create new things or should we keep the tradition well? So they have this. I think throughout the whole Japan, they have these struggle. Um, but maybe it's even harder for this city because it's obviously the one of the most ancient city in Japan. Old, uh, um, old capital, yeah, so capital. And uh, if you don't know, there are many stores that last for 100 years in Kyoto, and only they say only the stores last over 200 years can be called an old store. Um, and throughout the time, they have different um, concern. They have different concern. For example, will uh, they'll care about if they change, would that affect their um, uh, the other store or company, okay, because they have been work for so long together. It's like uh, it's not now. It's not only yourself, but the whole city are connected. So it's not only up to you to change. Those old restaurant or stores, they have this kind of burden. But is, in fact, when I was there, I thought I couldn't really appoint um, which part of it is. But I also feel that in Kyoto, they actually accept new things. Maybe okay, well, it's another question about maybe people who should um, create something new to be sensed and can accept a new thing are probably two group of people, but they actually are able to embrace new things. In this city, it's uh, they they both exist, but maybe maybe someone who are in the city they will feel more about the tradition because they really care.
I think that's the problem, because I really don't think that there's a problem about new and old. Should we keep a tradition or not? It's about the issue. Are you going to continue improving or not? Because if you even like here, everything's modern. It doesn't mean they are improving. Like no, new stuff doesn't mean you are better. No. But if you're continuing improving, you are not going to hold something you think is already great forever. Yeah. This is how I feel. Like I also feel this maybe in France as well, because you feel like, okay, here you go. We already achieved such a great result.
Yeah.
So
Why?
no one should break it. Like we are the standard. Like, okay, if you want to break it, are you better than this? Like this kind of attitude. Yeah.
Yeah. Before you try, you have this question, right?
Yeah. Then you are going to limit yourself from improving, because there's no way it becomes stronger and stronger until a certain point no one can break it. Yeah. Because it's not just one person, it's a whole group of people, is a culture itself. That's why here as well nobody can challenge. Like if you want to challenge, it's like it's the taboo. You're not supposed to I don't know. It's like something so glory, and but it's already the past. Um, I know. I feel like once people feel like that, once they try to build this fortress um, by the name of the tradition, the culture, then it's hard. It's really hard to break it, and it's also hard to continue improving, because if you see like our best example is like China, yeah, like they still live in the past. They feel like, look, we are so great, in the past, um, and can we bring this back? Like, is not practical, and it's fake. It's like, you know, I feel like, this kind of it's weird that so many countries still are doing this. Some are less, some are more, of course, but I feel like this is very strong exist in Japan. Like even some of those we mentioned, those artists or musicians, they were internationally recognized. But in Japan, it's like they are not
They are traitor.
traders. It's weird, yeah. Like because obvious if you can release those pressure, it is actually become a more healthier place, especially young people, yeah.
Yeah, that's the point. So sure. I believe that people who live in Japan, they really face a lot of pressure from these kind of things. So unless they have support, maybe sure, sure. Those people that you mentioned that are internationally recognized, um, they probably um, all experience a lot of pressure from the culture. Not so many people can deal with that. But
Yeah.
yes, to improve, not even um, not necessarily um, to limit it in the country or in individual. Yeah, as a living thing, I don't know, as a living thing, to continue improving oneself, it should be a great thing, yeah. And I think that's also part of meaning of being. Uh, uh, Imagine that you live your life every day the same, and you say that you're alive. What do you do with your life? So yes, there must be some kind of myth um, between get improved and break the tradition or be able to coexist.
Yeah, of course, they should coexist. I think there's a problem of those two kind of people. One feel like they can only choose one. Yeah, I either choose the tradition or choose the burn the bridge. No, why you have to choose one of them? It doesn't make sense.
Yes,
I mean,
that's yeah, that's interesting. That go back to what I mentioned recently, quite often recently, the liberty, the liberty that you found, that you can find uh, by breaking this kind of myth. Right? Sometimes people have burden, have limits, just because they misunderstand something. Like this example, people may misunderstand that getting improved means break the tradition when it's not true. And when you find this is not true, you have the liberty to live better, to do better.
yeah, it's like, if you are a physics scientist, obviously you need to know about the theory, uh, you know, people built before, but it doesn't mean you cannot come up with a new theory. Yeah, um, you cannot have, you cannot do either. If you just repeat what people did before, then you are useless. And if you don't create something new, if you create something new without respecting the reference from the past, then you also not convincing. So you obviously need both. Yeah, you need both to be able to to function, I think. um, but this is like, yeah, best example is like so-called Chinese calligraphy art. Like, it's always imitating the masters, died maybe, long time ago, like always imitating until now. When are you going to stop? When are you going to create? When are you, like, it's like endless. It's like endless imitating, even for young people. Yeah. Um, I think it's just killing the potential of anything can be better. Yes, it's true. It can be worse. You try something new, it can be worse. It is also true. But if you absolutely care the potential to have something better, then you're not going anywhere. You're just there. And actually a better chance you are going to go worse, because you are not the masters. Yeah, you're not one of the masters. You will never be one of the masters. So it's like after generation and generation, it's just getting worse and worse. While the maybe a different culture, they are continue evolving, continue challenging the previous theory and different talking about the history, yeah, continue overcoming, and obviously they are going to become stronger, yeah.
Sure. That's where people can really do that thing over and over again. Just just like you say, continue to imitate, to copy, and the one who copy well get praise. That's yeah. As a student, I think it's easier to understand that when you are a student, you get the praise for copying better, copying well. But
I always had a difficult time to do that, always.
me too. But I s- I find my liberty really soon, and I would say uh, from really young age, I found myself free from that. So maybe most of my peers just doing the same thing. They try to copy the standard well, but I soon give up. I just do it my own way. Yeah, and I feel well. I feel good. Um, yeah. So probably that's a good thing. That we don't have the ability to copy something perfectly. So we can find ourselves doing something um, personally or um, originally, if um, from very young age. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, not saying everything in Japan is like that. Obviously, they have very high technology, and the animation, whatever they did, is highly creative.
Yeah.
Um,
It's-
yeah, but in general, I'm talking about.
no, no. Talk about we experience.
Yeah, yeah, um, yeah. I just feel like in general, the the pressure I feared when I
Yeah.
was in Japan is that is that just following, just follow the what is happening. Don't try to go out of the box, don't even try, that is the pressure. um yeah, I feared. Yeah.
Sure, they have.
Yeah, and obviously it's not too difficult to do it in Japan because everything was well maintained and well designed already, and it's actually, if you don't think too much, maybe it's not too difficult to fit in. um, but once you have your own conscience, then it's hard because it's so much you know contradict to each other because you feel like everything's so perfect made. Yeah, and it is also true. Sometimes it's very hard to do anything better than that. Yeah, you feel like that, um, but obviously it's not true. But you will feel like that. Yeah, yeah,
Sure. But maybe yeah, from if you're a local Japanese, uh, it will be even harder. You will feel the pressure even stronger. But as a foreigner, I think you might be luckier to do something new if you try to get there and do something new. It might be and with less pressure. And yeah, and talking about failing, you just mentioned about failing, right? If you try something new and but you didn't get a better results. Um, in um, in Chinese, there are some no, not just in Chinese, but in Chinese we always say that okay, I forgot the English version, but in Chinese we say failure is the mother of success, right? Yes. So uh, I think this is also another myth that one failure doesn't means you will always fail, right? But people are afraid of trying because they are afraid of being they are afraid of failure, right? So when you think of maybe this failure will bring uh, the future success, then it's no longer the limits, right? Another myth, right? Another myth. And if you don't try, if you don't have this experience, you may never really get successful in the future.
Yeah, there's some kind of misunderstanding. Um, People feel like everything just fixed, like nothing's changing.
Yeah,
They don't realize everything's continue changing constantly. There's a new babies who are born every day. Yeah, um, it's constantly changing, which means a dead culture is not going to survive. Yeah, somehow even this is the clothes I can fit on my body. It doesn't mean it can fit for my son. Yeah, for my future children. So it's like somehow they have this kind of illusion like this can fit forever. Yeah, we are going to have the same clothes and everything forever. Like this is the recipe of destruction. Yeah, like this is because I feel like a more, you know, a better way to do it is like you have to refresh all the time. Okay, yes, we have this, we build, but how can we, let's just every day, let's go back to the beginning and then rebuild again.
let it breathe, right? At least.
Exactly. At least in your mind on the paper, like rebuild again. Can we do it better? Every day you do this, then you are constantly following what is happening. And because it's just more, I think it's more close to the fact. Yeah, because the world is changing, the nature is changing. Um, that would be a better solution rather than just hold something so tightly now or even in the past. Like it's already not here, but they are living in the past. They want to bring back to the glory, like this, what rubbish, like so many people buying this idea, yeah. Um,
Yeah,
so
it's it.
yeah, I mean, they are not there to go back to the really, really beginning. They go back to certain point. They feel like it was great. So so they feel they can stay in that point forever. Um, it's total illusion and stupid. Yeah. So do you want to preview a little bit what will be the next episode where you will go after this? Just a little bit preview. Yeah.
I think I kind of Okay. I kind of mix all these things together, so it won't be really follow the order. But mm, I think we can talk about.
Yeah, you don't need to show the picture. You just need just talk about, yeah.
Uh, I think we might be able to talk about Arashiyama next time. So Arashiyama is somewhere we go together. We went together.
Okay.
For how do how to say it in English? Okay, Yama means mountain, right? Arashi is the storm or um, the rain in the mountain, right? So Arashi,
Okay.
yeah, we've been there.
Mist. The mist. Yeah.
Yeah, mist, mountain. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, let's talk about that next time. And thank you very much for today. And was interesting conversation. So again, please subscribe and feel free to leave any message here. Um, and yeah, um, I will see you next time.